Ladies and gentlemen, and all the ships at sea, it is now time for another edition of the Tag Team Supremes Prediction Show. Here are the two guys that are more adorable than midgets in animal costumes. Here is Justin Blank and the Mystery Man.
My name is Justin Blank. To my left is Nemo. That's like we rehearsed that. That was. That came out nicely. First time. Anyway, this is obviously our Luau special prediction show. We thought we'd spice it up for you because it's summertime and, you know, something fun. Exactly. I like how we keep the jackets on. You know, add a little class. Well, these are like this is like the mullet of the whole prediction thing of our outfit rather, because we've got the party here, business here. That's right. Think about it. Anyway, tonight we're going to be discussing UFC 87. Fucking going on down there, right? I'm sorry, what are you talking about? I'm talking about party, business. Yeah, business. You know what I mean? How about that? Anyway, so we'll be discussing Fitch versus George St-Pierre. Great card also, lots of other good fights to get to. And also really good news, I don't know if you know this, this is our 9th video that we'll be adding to YouTube, right? A couple more, we hit syndication, and I can tell everyone to go fuck themselves. Because I'm cashing out like Seinfeld. I can tell my fans to go fuck themselves, my parents to go fuck themselves. Alright, I got a list. MacDonald to fuck himself. Like all these people, they can kiss my ass because I'm out. We don't get paid anything to do this. You don't, right? You need a better agent because my agent's coming to me getting both of our salaries. How much is that? Listen, I don't want to talk about details. It just make you feel worse about yourself. You know? What do you gotta say for yourself? Besides sitting there looking stupid. That's why you don't get paid. That's why I get paid. Alright. Anyway, I got to get mines. Anyway, let's get to the first fight. First fight of the night is Jason MacDonald versus Demian Maia. Who's going to win this battle royale? Actually, I think it's going to be a pretty easy fight for Demian Maia. I think his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is up there with anybody in UFC or anybody in the world, actually. I definitely think that he's going to be able to take him down. I think Jason MacDonald's a good fighter, but he's not a great. He's more like a Lytle. I think they're just very par, or a little better. Yeah, for sure it's going to be a submission. Twice Demian Maia has gotten submission of the night, and I don't see how he loses. So we're going with Demian Maia. Correct. Well done. Thank you. Second fight, Manny Gamburyan versus Be First Emerson. You know what I don't understand about Rob Emerson? Why he's still in the UFC. How he continuously gets fights. He always loses. He loses like every time, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's good. He's really good." Oh, look at him take that punch. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's like my fighting career. Like, oh man, look at him take that punch. Look at him. He's laying down now. He ain't moving. Oh wait, does tears count as movement? The worst part with Manny, the last time, did you see when he came out to slap hands and turns it into a spinning back kick? Right? He slaps hands, spins, and tries to kick the guy in the face. Like a little, that's a cocksucker move right there. Brass tacks, you are a little asshole, and that should follow you for the rest of your career. I didn't have a problem with you before that point. I actually thought you were kind of a decent guy, but that's just cheating. I mean, you're being courteous. It's supposed to show honor in the fighting, and then you're gonna try to spin around to do it. Jackass. Just for that, I'm gonna pick Rob Emerson to lose. I feel like Magnum PI in this shit dressed for like a wedding. Kenny Florian versus Roger Huerta. Well, do you ever notice that the relationship between him and that like British guy? Really, like, that's really weird. Just saying, he stays at his house, drives his car around, and he's a handsome dude, and you got this queer little guy. Actually, it's like basically the guy off of Reno 911 in Hawaii having a lover. I think Tom Selleck was that guy's private dick. Thank you. Make your fucking prediction. Anyway, I think Kenny Florian is probably going to end up winning this fight. I think he's a better fighter overall. I think Huerta needs to keep this fight standing to win. And actually, to be honest with you, I think Florian can win standing up. He has better dirty boxing than Huerta does. And actually, you want to hear something a little interesting about Huerta? Not really, no. Calm down, I'll tell you. Huerta has a tattoo on his right forearm that's a prayer. And it's actually the third step of Alcoholics Anonymous prayer. I have Snoopy on my right forearm. Well, talk about a tattoo. Wait, I wouldn't regret that shit. I haven't yet. I mean, it's just like St-Pierre and his stupid... He's dancing with Charlie Brown. That part I regret. Alright, anyway, I think we're going to go with Florian, although definitely fight of the night. Underneath it says doggy style. Next is Brock Lesnar versus Heath Herring. Who do we have in this battle of shit? Yeah, I mean, if you look at it on paper, Heath Herring should win this hands down. I mean, he's been around the sport a while. He's fought quality people. But everything he's done in the UFC has been disappointing. I mean, what has he done? I mean, when he came into the division, he's fighting some guy named O'Brien or something like that. Joe Rogan's talking him up like he's second coming of Christ. And what's he do? He loses. I think the best thing Heath Herring's ever done was got kissed by a small Asian man. Lost in love and I don't know much was I thinking. But in fairness, that's a good career move no matter what you're doing. And then I guess he's fighting Brock Lesnar, like who announces on like national television one of those pre-fight things about how he's always been a big sweater, and they show a guy with a towel just wiping up after him constantly. Seriously, he sweats so much that when him and his wife are having sex, she has to wear a snorkel. Who are we taking in this fight? I'm gonna go with the underdog. You should go with Brock Lesnar. I think he'll drown him out. Oh, God. Now it's time for our luau party. I guess you would say this is the pig. Because it is the grand finale, George St-Pierre versus Jon Fitch. Who do you got, good sir? I think this is a really bad fight for Fitch. I mean, he's a wrestler. He's a wrestler base, and I don't think he's a better wrestler than St-Pierre. I think St-Pierre, actually, he's Olympic caliber. So. I will say one thing about George St-Pierre. He's very dangerous. He's dangerous. How about that? That shit came together right there. Did it come together? I told you it would pay off. Anyway, hey, here's a little story about Jon Fitch there. Okay. Here we go. He was actually supposed to be on the first season of The Ultimate Fighter. As he was standing in the airport with his bags already loaded onto the plane, he gets a phone call from the producers telling him he was just cut. Damn. Yeah, I know. From that point on, he dropped his two... What are you doing? We don't need these cards, do we? No, I guess not. Don't burn those! Okay, I'm gonna put them out. He dropped to 170, and here he is today, fighting for the championship. Too bad he looks like he's going to lose. I really think St-Pierre is just a class above everybody. I think the only person that offers him any kind of fight... Shit, I thought that palm tree was on fire! Sorry, I'm a prop comic. What can I say? I think the only person that really offers him a fight at 170 is BJ Penn. And I really think he's going to be up to 185. Just like kind of like what Anderson Silva's doing now. Oh, okay. I would say St-Pierre going up to 185. Yeah. Actually, BJ Penn was quoted on saying he's going to go up to 170. If he wins that championship, he's going to go up to 185. Good. Now that would be an interesting fight. George St-Pierre versus BJ Penn. How cool would that be? Yeah, exactly. That would be really interesting. All right. Well, that wraps us up for this edition of the Tag Team Supremes Prediction Show. I am Justin Blank. To my left, what was your name? Nemo? Is that what I went with? I think it was Nemo. How about that? Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. You kids stay good.